What's going on, you guys? Petplatypus here, and today I'm going to be talking about hype for an anime, popularity for an anime or a manga or even a movie, but primarily anime and manga, and how it can kill a series for you. And also, because that's probably a topic that's been done to death, I also want to talk about the opposite, where fans of a series that's lesser known kind of champion it as a fucking messiah. So let's get started. Okay, so like I said before, hype killing an anime, popularity killing an anime or manga or movie for you. Most people know what I'm talking about, but just to explain, it's basically where you yourself or you see other people hating on a series, giving it a bunch of shit, saying it's a piece of crap, saying it's this, it's that, it's overrated, because it's popular, because it sells, because it's everywhere. So like I said in the beginning, when hype or popularity kills a series, anime, movie, whatever, manga for you, or maybe just you see it, like just to explain what it is briefly, because most people know, it's essentially when something gets super, super fucking popular, like Sword Art Online, or Disney's Frozen, or Dragon Ball Z, and you just don't like it. Whether it be because you weren't interested in it, and you're just seeing it everywhere, you feel like it's being shoved down your throat, and you just start to dislike it, or maybe you genuinely didn't like it, and seeing it everywhere makes you dislike it even more, or maybe you did like it, just got tired of seeing it, and now you don't like it anymore. The moral of this video is, don't let that happen. I get it. With Attack on Titan, I read it, and I watched it, and the animation was great, and had like the shock value, and the cool plot line, but when the plot started to slow down, you could kind of see the formula that no one's really gonna die, no main character is gonna die, none of the side John and the bald dude and the fucking food girl, potato girl, when you see that none of them are really gonna die because there's a formula to where it's only these side fodder characters, and you also see that there's not as many Titans, and you see how shallow the characters are and how not well written they are, it got boring for me. I thought it was just an okay series. It relied heavily on shock value in the beginning, and it got boring in the middle, and I have no idea what's going on now. I stopped reading it a while back, so yeah, I'm just waiting for the second season. Maybe it got good again, I have no idea, but the point is, I see the series everywhere. I see people, jizzing themselves, especially when it first came out, how absurdly popular it was, how it just exploded everywhere. And I was kind of like, yeah, this is getting kind of annoying, I don't hate the series. I think it's got really good aspects, but at the same time, yeah, it's got these problems. It totally is manipulative. It has the shock value. It panders to certain things, and it's just, people just buy into it. And yeah, it's kind of annoying, but I didn't let it get to the point where I was like, oh, Attack on Titan's a piece of shit, and I started championing some other, less popular series, but I know the feeling. So, and fucking dogs barking. Hopefully that doesn't last too long, because I do know you guys can hear it after uploading videos. Usually when I'm doing live reactions and I can't hear the fucking dog. But anyways, whatever. I digress. I also find it funny when it's a genuinely bad series and most people are hating on it because they probably haven't seen it and they just see how popular it is, or they see that it's getting a lot of hate and they kind of jump on that bandwagon. Like, Sword Art Online's a piece of shit, not because it's popular. It's a piece of shit because it's a piece of shit. I mean, it's got prot. I'm not Asian. That's racist. It's got bad plot problems. It's got fucking Kirito. It's got like incest shit. It's got other bad characters. It's got Kirito. So, it's got a lot to dislike, but I think it's one of those cases where a lot of people just didn't see it. They just hated on it because it's popular. They jumped on the bandwagon. And that's just not a good idea. I think the worst time it was for me, not so much with Attack on Titan, because I just think the series is okay, but with Toriko, back when I used to watch other anime and manga reviewers way more often than I do now, I hardly ever now, I would see Toriko reviews, and it would just be like, yo, and all, you know who I'm talking about. It would just be the all, if you know anime and manga reviewer, you know who I'm talking about. It'd be the yos and the 10 out of 10s and the fucking baby oils and whatever the fuck. And it got annoying because even though I loved Toriko, I was just like, okay, yeah, it's good. It feels like you're doing what I'm going to mention in a second, and it's championing a less popular series, talking about how fucking amazing it is compared to these other mainstream. But I'm not going to focus on Toriko fans on that, because Toriko is amazing. I want to talk about JoJo fans. Because I have seen in comment sections and shit that JoJo, best anime ever, best manga ever, it's so fucking good, it's made part 7 so great, part 4 is so fucking great, all that shit. I haven't seen part 7 yet, so I can't say, but as far as the majority of part 4 goes, it's good. It has some really great parts. It's funny. It's really good. It's not the messiah of fucking series and the rest of JoJo has tons of fucking problems. And people are saying, "Oh, it's so much better than all the mainstream shit out there," and it's like, yeah, but I mean, it depends on what you define as mainstream. I mean, Dragon Ball's mainstream. It stomps JoJo. One Piece is mainstream. It practically stomps Dragon Ball and JoJo, even though it was clearly inspired by Dragon Ball. But, it's just... And I love Dragon Ball. It's my second favorite series. One Piece is better, and One Piece is definitely better than JoJo. I mean, you got other mainstream shit like Sword Art Online and fucking... I remember Akame ga Kill got a lot of hype when it first came out. And also... I was gonna mention something, but I'll say it in a second. Akame ga Kill got a lot of hype, Sword Art Online, Naruto, Bleach, those are the mainstream series, and yeah, JoJo is better than all of those, but those are crap. Not everything in the mainstream is crap, so just hating on stuff because they're popular is it's really not good. If you haven't given One Piece a chance, go for it. If you haven't given Dragon Ball a chance because of all the hype for it, go for it. Read the manga, by the way, for Dragon Ball, but I don't care if you don't read manga and you only like anime. Read the fucking manga for Dragon Ball, seriously. But, yeah, I just think... And it's not just JoJo either. I've seen it a little bit with Fist of the North Star. Saw it a little bit with Hajime no Ippo, best sports series ever written. These fights are so much better than the fights that are in fucking the mainstream shonen where they just talk to each other the whole time. I don't know, like, your series is great. You want to give it more popularity, but don't act like it's the messiah, because it's going to be like me with JoJo, where I'm going into this like, oh man, people are saying the second half of Stardust Crusaders, the Egypt arc is going to be like so fucking good, and this is where it gets so good, and I was watching it and I'm like, half of this is terrible comedy, and stand users that aren't a threat, and the other half is the good shit. So it was disappointing. And then part 4, everyone's like, oh, part 4 gave me a fucking erection. It's so goddamn good. And then I start reading part 4, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is good. And nothing in it is really striking me like, wow, this is fucking great writing. This is so good. Hunter x Hunter is another one, even though Hunter x Hunter, it's pretty mainstream, but I'd put it in the same boat as JoJo. It's gotten more popular over the years, but it was still kind of one of those series where everyone's just like, oh, it's so much less, it's so more, how do I want to say it, unconventional, unpredictable, it's a dark shonen, and it's so much better than One Piece, and blah, 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 and once again, no. Hunter x Hunter has a lot of problems. They're minor, but they add up. I've mentioned them before. I'm not as big of a Hunter x Hunter fan as I used to be. Always will appreciate how it pretty much got my channel started, reviewing every episode. I still like the series, still in my top 10, but yeah, it's another one of those series where people just overhype the shit out of how great it is. Yu Yu Hakusho is another one. It's pretty mainstream, but it's basically just always compared to Dragon Ball. It's always like, oh, Yu Yu Hakusho is Dragon Ball with story and plot and character development, which is complete fucking bullshit, because the characters in Dragon Ball have way more development than the Yu Yu Hakusho characters, and I might do a Yu Yu Hakusho versus Dragon Ball video in the future. It might be an interesting topic, but that's for another video. For this video, I pretty much said all I want to say. I loved Congo Bancho. I think it's a great fucking series. I love Rave Master. I wish it had more popularity than Fairy Tail, written by the same creator. I see people, they see Plu in like Rave Master, and they're like, what's Plu from Fairy Tail doing in Rave Master? And it's like, he's not from fucking Fairy Tail, but I'm not going to champion the series like it's the most greatest thing ever. I'm just going to say, you know, Rave Master is great. Check it out. It's better than Fairy Tail. I'm going to say Congo Bancho. It's written by the same person as Seven Deadly Sins. If you like that series, check out the manga for Congo Bancho. It's really cool. But, you know, I'm not going to overhype it. I'm not going to say the other series are shit compared to it, because it's just not the case. And maybe the people who do this have a totally different mindset. Maybe you really do think that JoJo is way better than One Piece or whatever for totally your own reasons, and there's a valid opinion and all that shit. I can't read your mind. I just think that it's pretty much common knowledge that if something is popular, it's going to get a lot of hate, whether it's good or bad. That's the point I was trying to make with Sword Art Online. It's like, yeah, it's bad, and people have all the reason to hate it. It's just, are they hating it for the right reasons? That's really is the thing. Is are you hating on it because it has bad plot, because it has a forced romance, because it has fucking Kirito, because it has that weird incest shit with the sister cousin thing going on, or do you just hate it because it's popular? I think people need to have a valid opinion on things, but I've talked enough for this video. With all that being said, I really don't know how to wrap this one up, honestly. I'm about ready to just stop the video because I've said pretty much everything I have to say. So, yeah, tell me your stories in the comment section below. Have you ever, especially if you loved a series, I definitely want to hear if you loved a series and all the hype that it had and all the popularity and everything made you start to hate it or dislike it. And if that is the case, hopefully you've given it another chance. Hopefully because if you loved a series, continue to love it. Don't let other shit get in your way. Don't let fans get in your way. But yeah. So with all that being said, tell me your guys' story in the comment section below, if you wish to, about everything that happened with, you know, popular series and all that. You know, the subject of the video, obviously. So, with all that being said, thanks for watching this video. I already said, but, you know, comment below, like I said. Follow me on Instagram. I post things there sometimes. Give this video a thumbs up. That would help me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already or if you like what you've seen here. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.